kind of brought your family into it a little bit. So, I mean, how do you juggle your work life with your family life? I mean, I think you have 3 kids, is it? Or 2 kids?
Yeah, yeah, I got 2 boys and a daughter. Yeah, it's so the kind of what we touched on before, like growing up and not really having a lot. Like I wanted stability for my family, so I always knew I'd be like family man, and so that's when I kind of grinded it out in my earlier years because I didn't want to grind it out so much when I had kids, and I certainly still grind it out more than the average person, but it's very balanced, and so like I'm changing my schedule now. So I'll kind of answer it 2 ways. The way it's historically been for the last 14 years is I'd get up at like 5 a.m. and I'm not a morning person,
Hmm.
but I like getting a head start on the world. And I also felt like by the time we had kids, the kids go to bed at wildly different times. And so I felt like if I tried to say, all right, I'm going to get in my 2 extra hours at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., it just would never happen because sometimes the kids don't go to bed until 11:30. And so I felt like waking up earlier was better for me because I would get a head start on the day. It set the forward momentum. It set the positive mindset for the day. And then like my kids are always going to be asleep at that time. So I didn't feel like I was losing out on any potential time with them. But I haven't done that for long enough. Now my body's finally saying, all right, you're a night person. You've earned this. Let's switch it up a little bit. And it's been really interesting. And when I say switching this up, I mean very recently, like within the last 2 weeks. And so I just threw my alarm clock out the window basically, and I'm going to bed whenever and then just sleeping in until whatever. I usually wake up around 7:30, 8:30 anyways because the kids, but before it would be like try to go to bed at 9:30, 10. Half the time that was really like 10:30, 11 and still get up at 5. And then lately, like in the last week, with Halloween, and we did a family Halloween party, and then my kids have had other things like birthday parties to go do, and so I've had a couple late nights. And 2 nights in a row, I went to bed at 3 a.m. and I got up at 8, and I was certainly tired for a little bit. I felt way better than the nights where I tried to go to bed at 10 and wake up at 5. So I guess it's kind of the same thing we were talking about earlier. Just be okay with the unknown and figure it out until you find what's right for you. So right now I'm switching it up and going more towards nights. And the kids in the morning, I can still hang out with them for 30, 40 minutes before they go to school. But then I can hang out with them still in the evening. I call it a day at 5, and so I can still call it a day at 5. But now when they go to bed, then I can hang out and get an extra hour or two. Our office phones shut off at 5. I don't work weekends very rarely. The only time I work weekends is if the kids fall asleep, and like I can't just sit there and watch TV, so I'll go do extra work. And kind of on the same note, I'm very protective of my private time, so I don't give my clients my cell phone number. I don't have Messenger on my phone. I don't have emails on my phone, and so when I check out, I try and check out.